Man, y'all already know I got something to say about this one. See, what they're doing is trying to tell the sleeping people what's really happening here. They want you to think that we progressively created these AI robots when they're already here. Over half the people we see aren't even humans, and a lot of them are robots. But it's so advanced, too, the robots don't even know they are robots. So they're trying to confuse you and make it seem as though you was placed into a world you was created in. I mean, look at the way they worded this. Were the AI robots at the Dodgers game in SoFi Stadium real or fake? To be honest, you can't even answer that question because it's a real robot, but it's a fake human. Y'all see how they play these deceptive games. But just in case y'all didn't know, they got the word the creator on there because they're promoting the movie that they obviously want everyone to see. So I checked out the trailer of this movie and it blew my mind. So check it. I made this video a few months ago, right? Explaining what's happening. And the movie The Creator is literally exactly what I said in this video. Now, if you don't believe in what I'm saying, I don't know what to tell you because I'm telling you and they are telling you too.
When the war started, they protected me. Took better care of me than humans would have. They're not people, Maya. It's just programming.
10 years ago today, the artificial intelligence created to protect us detonated a nuclear warhead in Los Angeles. This is a fight for our very existence.
Sergeant Taylor, we are this close to winning the war. But the AI are developing a super weapon. Retrieve it. Or they win.
Did you locate the weapon?
Yeah, it's just a kid.
Are you going to heaven?
No. You gotta be a good person to go to heaven.
So, we're the same. We can't go to heaven because you're not good. And I'm not a person.
Do you have any idea what the thing is?
She looks like a little girl now, but she's growing. Whoever has that kid wins the war.
What's that you want, man?
What do you want, sweetie?
For robots to be free.
Oh, we don't have that in the fridge. How about ice cream?
So I'm about to break down that whole trailer. When she mentioned when the war started and the robots protected her, this is that peace and safety before sudden destruction. Because throughout all these years, they've been studying our mind in order to control our emotions to manipulate us. As I mentioned countless times before, we are the gods and we stand over them. So we have to give them permission to do anything towards us. So they created AI, which is obviously not natural. So this allows robots to bypass natural law, meaning they can program any robot to attack anything that goes against its programming. And they can program it to protect themselves, meaning they're not making any real decisions that AI is. So they believe they can avoid their karma. So they have a secret weapon, which is a girl, half human and half
Number one disease that's killing us is heart disease. The second one is cancer. The third one is diabetes. All of these is caused by stress-induced foods. Foods that we're eating is straight killing us. And then you got the 5G towers now. You got all these electronics, EMF frequencies. I mean, hitting us everywhere, every way. Everywhere the black man and the black woman turns, there's death. And we not doing nothing about it. We are comfortable stuffing our mouths and stuffing our children's mouths with death. And saying that we love our children, saying that we love our significant other, and claiming that we love ourselves, but all we do is harm ourselves. All we do is hurt ourselves. It seems like we hate ourselves. Because if you truly loved who you are and you knew that you was putting poison in your mouth, you wouldn't do it. This is statistics. Look this up. The average African-American willfully poison himself 60 times a day, y'all. 60 times a day. And the average African American, he puts food in his mouth once at least every hour. And this is considered chewing gum too. We are so addicted to eating and chewing things. If you're not eating your food, you're eating a snack. If you're not eating a snack, you're drinking a soda. If you're not drinking a soda, you're drinking something else. If you don't have nothing to eat or drink, you're chewing a piece of bubble gum. If you're not chewing a piece of bubble gum, you're smoking a blunt. If you're not smoking a blunt, you're smoking a cigarette. If you're not smoking blunts and cigarettes and chewing bubble gums or eating, you're drinking alcohol. If you're not drinking alcohol, you're in an acidic environment. If you're not in an acidic environment, you're in an acidic, toxic relationship. If you look at how we move and how we conceptualize reality, we do not feel like we are really real, or we don't feel a presence of being real unless we are hurting ourselves. It's like, why do we have to constantly hurt our nervous system to feel this body, to know that we are really here? You don't have to. Yes, you here. You exist. Quit killing your body. Why do you want to experience pain so much to know that you actually exist? You do exist. You're thinking. We have to get out of this Oedipus complex. This is the Oedipus complex.
Don't never take no shit nobody telling you and run off with it. Even if it's said by me. That ain't real. You hear that shit? If the shit makes sense, you soak it up. Whatever don't make sense, you spit that shit out. I don't give a fuck who's saying it. Myself, this intellect, that intellect, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, nigga. If the shit don't resonate with your soul, you don't stand on it. You don't stand behind nothing that don't resonate with you, man. And you always use your own intel, man. You don't just, and that's who I be. Y'all feel me? I ain't gonna mislead y'all. Like, no, double check behind me too. Shit, sit with yourself. Don't just hear what I'm saying and be, oh, that's law. Nah, nigga, look into it. You know what I'm saying? Add something on top of it. You know what I'm saying? You might say some shit I ain't see. Shit, hit me, nigga. Let me know. You know, we can grow together. You feel me? Like, at the end of the day, you feel me? What I'm saying is this.
I was doing some research on Maui and those fake forest fires that they had over there. And I was looking at the landmass as far as looking at maps and stuff. And I said, whoa, this is actually a petrified mud fossil of a gargantuan titan being. Look at it. This is literally a body. Look at the head there and the neck. Yep, this is clearly a body. TikTok don't want you to know stuff like this. That's why my video was cut off 6 different times while I was just trying to edit this video. It just cut off right in the middle of me editing it. TikTok, you seem to have a problem with people that can understand, overstand, and understand what they are looking at in this world. Because this is a body of a petrified being laying on its side.
Have y'all ever thought about all these caves and tunnels and mountains are just petrified giants? Watch this.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use
People say that Cook came to our country and walked on the land. He never. But there, our people were there.
Yep.
And in Cook's journal, it says that as he traveled along on the East Coast, he sees smokes. And he said that truly they are inhabited. And yet Cook didn't realize that smoke was the blackfella internet, letting all the clan group know the ship was coming up. That was the message. When he came up, there were 3,000 warriors waiting for him, camouflaged by other islands where their canoes waiting for the signal. The signal never came from our chiefs. If the chiefs gave the signal today, we wouldn't have British sovereignty in Australia. Could have hit him, killed him, and hit him, and sell his head that would be traded to Papua New Guinea for canoe, spears, or whatever. Didn't come because he didn't go on the land. He was still floating, he was still traveling, he's still on that medium, kept going. How can you claim a country, sovereignty, floating in the water?
That he never set foot.
He never set foot on that land.
There's this famous painting of Cook being on Possession Island and planting that flag. What do you make of that?
Let's make believe. The trees and the rocks are different to ours in Kaiwalaga. It's the different features, different identities of the trees, because we know the trees on Possession Island, Trinidad. The picture is wrong.
It's definitely not that country.
It's not that country.
And catch them on sale. Don't let nobody tell you different. You can listen to whatever you listen to. You don't even have to listen to me. But Crystal Guys is good water. They shitting on his name because they don't want you to drink it. They want you to drink their shit that they make a profit off all that Deer Park, that, all that alkaline water you see and all that good stuff. Feel how you want to feel with it. This what I drink when I just be budget drinking, and I still get the and the Mountain Valley, and the Stark is when I can find it, and Aquapania. But this, if y'all budgeting, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's BPA free. A lot of the other ones are not BPA free because that's that added chemical they don't tell you about on the ingredients. But it's so much behind that stuff. You just don't worry about this. It's good. All right, be blessed.
They said no helicopters were able to fly during the fires. Then this video surfaced.
Looks like a helicopter flying during a fire. Not only does it look like a helicopter though, it looks like a fucking cargo helicopter.
Where are all the missing children? We haven't forgot about the 2,000 unaccounted for. We should have the names and pictures of the missing families all over the media. It's been over 3 weeks and nothing.
I found something kind of strange and I want to share with you what it is that I found, okay? Y'all know what this is, clearly. Okay, there's Lahaina. Do you know who owns this island, first and foremost? This island is owned by a billionaire. 98% of this island is owned by a billionaire. So I found something that was just kind of odd, okay? You see right here, there's a dock. It's called Young Brothers, okay? Look what I found there. Are those shipping containers, right? Those are shipping containers, right? Because there's 11 of them there, and we're missing 10 buses. So those are just shipping containers, right? Because they're literally the exact same size. Like, I double checked this. See, like, I scaled these, and I put them over each other so you could see. These are scaled to the exact same size, right? They're scaled to the exact same size. They're the exact same size, okay? And there's 11 of them here, and we have 10 missing buses. I thought it was 12, but I redid the calculation. It is 10. And there's 11 of these here. These are shipping containers, right?
Now you won't let go.
The individual known as Martin Arthur Cooney was an obstetrician in the United States of America who became known as the Incubator Doctor. He established an amusement park slideshow called the Infantorium, in which Europeans, Canadians and Americans paid 25 cents to view prematurely born minors displayed as the incubator babies. Whose children were the incubator babies? Where had they originated from? How was it possible for parentless infants to be exhibited as a sideshow at the World's Fair?
See, while y'all sitting out there getting distracted and worrying about spiritual leaders, y'all didn't even know it was coming, did you? See, y'all just thought it was a regular storm or whatever like that. See, when that junk came swiftly coming through and just blowing all that stuff around your area and stuff like that, a lot of people was getting sick because the chemicals that they was putting up there, they released a lot more than you think. I mean, they just kept on shooting it back and forth. And every time the sun kept on brightening up and litify itself, all that poison just started to rain down on everybody, and everybody just intaking it in, just sucking it up. You know what I'm saying? And it messes with your immune system. Then you be wondering why your nervous system messed up. See, if you ain't eating nothing that's good and you still got a lot of poison, you eating pork all day long, and you wonder why your body stays sick for a very long time, it ain't nobody else's fault but your fault. You know what I'm saying? Even if them people do have to put this stuff down to make people sick, but they still need bodies too. These people, these Saxons, these other beings we talking about are not the same ones like us. I mean, these people got to eat. They hungry. You know what I'm saying? Y'all being submissive. They don't like that. They want to take control of your mind at all times. And they find out they can't control you, then they already know that you're escaping from that. And they can't allow that. But today, or every day, yeah, we're going to break this jump. And we don't care what they do or what they say. I don't care how many people make videos and talk about they're going to try to break us. They can't break nothing. You can't stop nothing like this, you know? Especially with all the food shortage they keep talking about from 2020. I know people ain't forget that, man. Let's be real now. If you haven't still installed this in your mind from 2020 or haven't learned from the first pandemic we had in 2020, and then you all of a sudden these years went back and you forgot, man, y'all got to be a fool. I'm telling you. Right on probably December 23rd, at least the most, or might be the end of the month of December. I'm telling you, that's when they're going to start the pandemic. They're going to start, they pushing it slowly each month, you know what I'm saying? First, they got to do their little promotion sales, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the hamburgers, they're 50 cents now, you know what I'm saying? Celebrity National Day. They pushing that first because they know people ain't taking it no more. Taking that, you know what we talking about, that syringe jump. That's all I can tell you. See, what they did was they already pushed it on the news a little bit slowly. You know what I'm saying? It's gradually coming back. Now you got the entertainers and celebrities. They're putting it more out there. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at them or watch these celebrities play, like rap or, you know what I'm saying, play football, you know what I'm saying? They're going to tell you to be safe, protect yourself, put a mask on each time. That's when that control going to start coming back around again. They got to push it slowly. So they're like guinea pigs or something like that, because we always live experience. We're getting out of this matrix. Trust and believe that. So they're pushing their promotion very slowly to trap you into their bait. I'm telling you. And then when people sit up there worrying about other spiritual leaders and stuff like that, this is the reason why I told people not to do that, because like anytime you worry about them, you know what I'm saying, they know that you going outside yourself. Because see, intellectuals are people that go outside themselves. They're not basically within spirit themselves. They can talk about spirituality and stuff like that, but they're not naturally with nature. They know of nature things, but they don't do of nature things. You know what I'm saying? And for spirituality, people are the one that's like earthbound. You know what I'm saying? Those are earthly people. You know what I'm saying? And you're with nature. Only way you're going to find truth is you find it within yourself with spirituality. With intellectual, they got to find truth outside of themselves. So that's like saying that They're just gaining any type of knowledge from other things, other gods and what like that is the same, and bringing it back to you, because it's different books. In the video I did like a couple of days ago, I said the same thing. I said if you research it hard and do some deep digging, and you research this and do some deep digging, you go to PDFs and stuff and read some books on there, like over 80,000 some books, and you might find like 5 or 6 books talking about a different deity, but just different storylines, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna make sense. And it's the reason why I get to tell people that y'all need to do some hardcore research on things. And that it's nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying, learning about the indigenous people of the land. But it's like you're not gonna get nowhere if you can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? It's good to gain the knowledge, gain the intelligence, knowledge of the ancient ones that we are and what we are before and was before, to get it back. But we need to make sure that we protect our people at all times by giving them knowledge, so then they have the tool power to be able to reconcile with themselves. Family, I'm telling y'all, man, we can't keep going back through the same stuff again, because there's been a lot of arguments about us talking about certain things. Now, people keep talking about the chosen ones, keep talking about these spiritual leaders, and they're agents of the system. And let's be honest about this. So you got to know the 2 things I already broke down. And the third thing you need to know, that the ones are the agents and stuff like that. Now, you will have certain spirituality people, intellectuals, and then you will have those people that's supposed to be those 2, at least the most. Some of these people will venture out to being all 3, you know what I'm saying, at one. Because if the other one doesn't work out for them, that means their power is not strong enough, you know what I'm saying, especially if it's not protected the way that it needs to be. If you're powerful with it, if your mind is not strong and it's not sharp, then that allow you to go and back into the matrix. And when you go back to the matrix, it's hard to pull yourself back up, because then you got these entities will drag you back down. They will use any conflict, any type of movies, any type of sales promotions on YouTube, the news, to push it into your consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Because that will destroy, mainly, they want your mind, but they need your solar plexus too. So they got to destroy that solar plexus to get lowered down to your root chakra. That's the only way they can win. That's the only way they can get to y'all. And that's why I said people are not seeing it. Because when y'all bring these spiritual leaders up, even if they did do that, you know what I'm saying, it was pushing knowledge or whatever like that, they got locked up, whatever like that. Right now, we need to be focused on what we need to be focused on at the moment. Because, like, it's saying that if I was from the hood or whatever like that, and I say free my cousin JoJo, and he done did some terrible crimes that he know he did, you know what I'm saying, then I'll be like, okay, well, this spirituality stuff that they're making right now is basically like a gift and a curse, because it's just like the same way as the bots. So I ask the question like I always say. Now you tell me who's the agent and who's the bots. Because a lot of people keep talking about the spirituality and making it seem like it's some type of celebrity thing or something like that. Because I've been seeing on all the videos, and that made me realize, and I'm not triggered by it, it made me speak out among some of these people out here to keep thinking they really with that stuff, and they really not. They only pushing the agenda harder. You pushing a distraction at this point. Instead of people need to go and do research. I'm not going to push no other person. I say, you know what? I said the person that did their job, they got that mess out the way with the dude, boom, keep it moving. Nobody's going to be real because everybody's too gullible. You know what I'm saying? And it's our people that keep tagging each other. When we say something about it on what they're doing, we're not attacking nobody. We're making sure that y'all know that y'all got to still stay awake in this process. Because while y'all doing all that, these people pushing that junk, them chemtrails, all the time. They got to find a way to get y'all. And they got y'all. Some of y'all. Not all of you. Now, I know the followers on TikTok that I have right now, they pushing it in their own way. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all got Yahshua. Some of y'all might unfollow me. Some of y'all got Jesus Christ. Some of y'all, all y'all got Christians on here too that follow me too. Some people get mad what I say and then they block me. I don't care. I mean, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because if you watching me, you should already know what I stand about and what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to judge me. Not at all. And y'all should know that. I don't judge them. I'm just letting y'all know what I get confirmations from. And you put 2 to 2 together, all of it is the distraction. I'm distracting you, but I'm distracting you for a good reason, to pay attention, not to get distracted. You know what I'm saying? I'm logical with logicals. I like use computers as logical too, for the body components only. So let's just be honest with it. If I'm an agent, then who are you? You know what I'm saying? Because they don't think twice for themselves or look in the mirror. They only can talk about it from a book, but they never experienced it. That's why I say I'm true to myself, not to anybody else. I only give out knowledge only if necessary. I don't just do this consistently, you know. But anyway, peace, family. Protect your energy. I'll shade to you.
Live and direct.
Everybody know what California is, homie. It's a cursed, demonic state that prides itself on killing black people.
I think the government even spoke out and said that there's nothing they can really do for out-of-towners that come there and are attacked.
Well, for the Californians, for the local gangsters, it's a free kill.
It's a free kill.
The murder won't get solved. So think about this. If we all stop going to California and it affects their tourism, it affects their marijuana industry, they'll do something about it. But who cares about black people dying in the vicinity of the hoods of California? Who cares about that? They have such a homelessness population, they're more focused on trying to clean up Skid Row, homie. They police department got $1 billion budget. It ain't to really solve murders. They got a California, LA police department got $1 billion budget, homie. That's military funding. If they wanted to, they could stop it.
You see this right here? This is what Ezekiel was describing in the book of Ezekiel.
That's as far as it goes.
The chariots of the Lord
Look at the video of it.
that were pressing with the Israelites when they were leaving Egypt into the wilderness. This is actually an amazing sight. This is one of the most amazing videos I've seen on TikTok. As you can see, you see the man-made machines are flying behind him, and they can't keep up. And these machines, these chariots are not moving that fast.
What the hell?
And they can't keep up. These helicopters cannot keep up. So it's just going to show to let you know, this is something to watch out for. But don't be amazed, because he tells you not to be amazed by what's going on in the sky. There are people flying.